Good morning. It's very, very early. Like 2 a.m. Mountain time, so 3. But you know her. But I got lots. Got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots because I've been working so much. Finally, I think I'm going to be getting a little bit of a break. Can't wait. So, where am I starting? There are days sometimes I can't. There's just too much. But what did I talk about last? Break the glow stick? Okay. There's a reader, Intuitive, Daria's Matrix on TikTok. She explains the numbers. And for those of you who don't know me well yet or don't know anything about me, numerology is where I started in my spiritual journey back 30 years ago, maybe longer. I don't know. But it is a science like astrology, any of them. But numbers always meant something to me because my dad was a mathematician and he's brilliant, but he's also got, as they say, the mental illnesses. And to me, all that means is his body didn't accept the brilliance that he brought with him. And there's many. It's a whole nother thing in itself. But numbers always spoke to me in everything. So then, when you learn about spirituality and you get into the angel numbers and repeating numbers, and I can always remember when the kids were little, and even with my stepkids, 1111, make a wish, forever and a day. So, the glow stick, if you break it, spiritual endurance, you have fresh eyes on things. You are teaching people, but not for superficial reasons. Absolutely true. I said this before. Those of us, in this, our time comes when it's ready and when it's a time to have that happen. But the quest for money is not a spiritual quest. Okay? The quest for knowledge is a spiritual quest. And then eventually, yes, because you align with your purpose, and then it brings in your abundance. What does it mean to you to have the glow stick break? Name the one thing that needs to go. Start small to make room for the dreams and goals. It is your kingdom. Where are you starting? The energy exchange between you and people is helping you find and see the happiness within. If you're on your journey, if you haven't started your journey, none of this is going to make sense to you, okay? And that Sudoku thing I'm going to go back to. That's going to be another day, but I got to do a little more talking with them. But numerology, that's all in the numbers. It's where I started. Only when you turn your matrix on, your birth date is your personal code. Add all the numbers down to one number, and then that one number means something. 0 to 9, the major numbers. Anything above that breaks down into one number, okay? It is your personal code. What energies you were born with, what comes naturally to you. What natural talents do you have? Okay? You have to start from the bottom to get to your own codes. All the trauma, all the PTSD, all the situations, the difficult childhood, everything has brought me here to be able to share and teach. And once you accept what you're and how you go about that in your world, everything seems lighter. Everything seems brighter. All the bullshit that people try to bring to you I just kind of do this now. Even at work, they got a group chat. I declined. I don't need something else, to fill up my feed of nonsense. I'm like, if it's important, one of you will tell me, right? It's amazing to me how I don't want to be involved in so many things now. I just do, and I live, and me and my cats are blissfully happy in my little life. It's the time shifts, things shifts. You feel it when it comes to you, if it's good or bad for you. There's just so many different ways, but you gotta want it. And happy heavenly birthday, Les Craft. It was back on the 2nd. He would have been 81. But 3 blue jays and a mama came into my yard that day. So this is what I wrote on the 3rd. I saw a doe on the way to work and on the way home. I think it was the same. But it is me also, by herself, but just fine and glorious. Got a beautiful pic of her in the element. I did. A reminder that I don't need anyone's approval. People pleaser retired. It is Freedom Day in America, but also in my life. It's a George Michael song too, which is one of my favorite. Freedom. Beautiful days made by beautiful thoughts, made by beautiful authenticity. I read that again. Beautiful days made by beautiful thoughts, made by beautiful authenticity. Once you achieve that freedom, the peace comes in. You took accountability and didn't seek revenge. You moved on. You worked on you. She doesn't beg, force, or chase. She prays, works, and has faith. Mine. That's where I turned the page to after I said what I said. Don't tell me it's not divine timing. Do not tell me that I published this in October of 23 and I'm just now starting to use it for myself. I'm like, you made it. You might as well use it. So now I'm going to start making hard copies of it because I love it so much. And I do. Again, anybody that can find and orders this, the misspelling on this, there's one somewhere. And I'm leaving it because we're all not perfect. And I like to leave some of my imperfections along the way, apparently. And I mean, even when I make the hardcover, I'm going to leave the misspelling in there. I don't care because I think it shows that I'm willing to accept my flaws, my imperfections, the things that I do wrong or did wrong. Forgive yourself and move on. Well, that's how my morning gratitude started back in 2017. It was just little affirmations that have turned into musical affirmations on the daily that I create with someone else's saying that hit me, felt it, or pictures or things of mine. Nothing comes to you at the wrong time. Absolutely nothing. It comes to you to either teach you or be a joy. It's all there is in life. Joys are lessons. I say that forever. I have become very simplistic in a lot of ways and even in some of my thinking. So I got a bunch of things I pulled and I want to get them all in now because you are special. The most special you this world is ever going to see. Follow your bliss, walk your own path, and let your special talents shine bright for everyone to see. Don't hide them. People want to know what you're good at. Positive change. The opposite of an intuitive thought is a self-critical thought. Whenever you put yourself down or think you are not good enough, reframe the statement. For example, turn I am not good enough into what if I was good enough? Turn I'm not very smart into I am doing my best. Or kindness is my strength, which mine is, always has been. What are some other positive statements you can think of to reframe the self-critical thought? How do you change it? Positive thinking. In the garden of my mind, I water the good thoughts and weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful if I want. And I take a lawnmower to that jealousy and resentment patch. Run that fucker over. I'm a pretty badass mind gardener. One of my favorites. That's from the Affirmator deck, which I got this deck from my son's girlfriend. Boundaries, self-preservation, trusting in divine protection. Emergence of protection. This is where you are right now if you've been doing the work. 39, which breaks down to 12, which breaks down to 3. The trine. I'm going to look this one up and I want to read parts of it because this is Colette Baron, one of my very first, besides Donna, my oracles. Those were kind of like my second thing. Emergence of protection, setting boundaries, self-preservation, trusting divine protection despite temporary turmoil. So where is the good in the crap? You're doing the inner work to know who you are. You know your boundaries and broadcast them. Now trust that the mission you are on comes with divine direction and divine protection. You can do this. There's nothing to fear. Fear is just false evidence appearing real. There's nothing to fear. You know, when people say they fear certain things, why? I don't fear nothing. Well, what if somebody came at you with a gun? Well, then apparently it's my day. I don't fear what anybody tries to do to me any longer, because if it's for me, it's going to teach me something. If it's against me in so many hurtful ways that my divine, they're going to do something about it. And if it's a joy, I've already accepted it. Believe in yourself, think on your feet, and spirit has your back. How these all came out today in all these different decks. 12, which is a 3, 27, which is a 9, and 23, which is a 5. So 3 again, 9, you're completing something, and 5 is the change. You're moving into it. And then the world, you've been taking some rest towards your happiness, and it's taught you some wisdom. 30 to 60 minutes in nature. I went and sat outside. It's been raining off and on. We had some really wicked storms last night. Maintenance Lori showed up at the hotel because we haven't had a maintenance guy. So we had one of my washing machines went off. So I had to refix her online now because everything is now attached to some sort of computer. Then both my front desk computers went out, so I had to redo those. And then one of my rooms, just half of it went out. Well, I found the breaker box, but I'm texting the people that own the place. I'm like, how do I get the damn door open? Well, it's a little push thing that... I'm not an electrician, but I figured it out. And we got everything running again. But I guess my point is, when you're in situations that you know you can do better with, and you know you got a solution to, and you just let it come to you, it does. And the nature aspect of 30 to 60 minutes, just sitting outside in the quiet, no phone, no distractions, no nothing. And even better if you can put your feet in the ground and just let nature calm you to see what a beautiful place we live in. And all the answers are there. But when you go looking for the answers from your friends, your family, and the outside validation from people who look at you through their lens, it distorts and changes the trajectory of where you're supposed to go. And not that you can't have some people you trust, because there are many that some of you do, but you got to be selective. I've got three in my life. And I trust them with everything because I know they'll always have good intentions, and they'll always tell me what I need to hear. But we build each other up. We don't cut each other down. We help each other through the hard things. And we respond in kind. Not critical. There's a difference. And when you learn that art, then I got some fairy gems. These have been sitting on my desk for a week. Oh, sure. Big word. Rhodochrosite? I can't say it. 31. It's 4. Your heart, the womb, nurturing warmth and comfort are what is coming in. Malachite, number 22, another 4. The last one's a 4, I'm going to laugh. Malachite, healing, hidden sources, flowing movement, good fortune. It's 11. 4411. Go look it up, angel number. You are the diamond in the rough. You mastered yourself. I could cry on that. Because I have. I know who I am. And I don't let anybody tell me differently anymore. And it, so many take it as conceited. It's not conceited. It's knowing where you're going in life and the things that you want and the things that you have to cut off and the things that you can keep. And if people want to stand in your way because they're jealous or they're envious or they don't understand, they can't come. I don't care who they are. When somebody projects the hate and the dislike and the things at you, believe them. It's just their own insecurities. They're not yours. You can do anything you want. I'm testament to that. The diamond gives you clarity, radiance, purity, and truth. Once you can start to be truthful with yourself and step out of the lies that you've been telling yourself for so long, you want to watch your life explode into a beautiful bliss of abundance and everything that you need and your worries are less and you get up without stressing out every day? And when people try to bring you into it, you say no. Your choice. Do you want to become a diamond in the rough or do you want to be just like everybody else? You choose. I love you all so much. Have a beautiful day.